Hi, Saeed. Nice to
Hi
see you.
Lee, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Okay.
Um, so last time we talked about New York,
Yeah.
New York. So today we are going to discuss Monaco. Like, okay, so the question is, obviously, it's different cities from different countries, and one is much larger than the other one. And
Yeah.
so if we analyze it from the pure economic terms, how do you compare those two different kind of economic bodies?
So like the Monaco and like the New York, the difference is like the Monaco is like the small country, like based in like located in like South France, like Europe. But like New York is just like the state from like America, like city from America. But and also like in Monaco, the GDP per capita, which is the uh, barrier to like analyze like the country, how the country economically is like doing well, like the GDP per capita. So Monaco is way more richer than like New York, but so population is different, the entry level situation is different. In New York, many businesses are going on. In Monaco is mostly like rich people, like they just rest and invest there. They don't like not that many like industrial stuff like going on and happening there.
Mm. So would you say like New York is more like a real economy? Would you say
New
that?
York is like active economy, yes.
Mm. Monaco is most for rich people, retired
It's
people.
like yeah, of course, because like the entry level of the Monaco, if you wanna invest, if you wanna like buy property, rent property, receive the residency permit, this is the start from like plus 1 million euro. So like the entry
Mhm.
level in Monaco is very high, and so like no, not that many people like can go and live there, and those like where their government there is very like required many restrictions. So they filter even from beginning. Like the rent there is like entry level for Monaco is like plus 1 million euros. So it's totally different.
Mm. But would you say that it is more, maybe comparing to New York, is more similar to Dubai? Or is still quite different?
No. I mean Dubai is underdeveloped city, like but like Monaco is already developed. So
Um, and Dubai is bigger, yeah? Would you say that?
yeah, Dubai is
The
way
city
more
is
developed, of
bigger.
course.
Yeah.
In Monaco, I guess like within 6 hour, I guess you can walk whole the country, like around like surrounding the country.
It's quite small, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very
But
small. It's very small.
but Monaco is close to Nice, Marseille,
Yeah,
and
like South France. Yeah.
so this whole area is like maybe they share similar kind of economic feature, yeah.
I mean, they do, but still,
Or,
since it's separate country, so it's
yeah,
like
okay,
a bit
it's a different.
rules, laws is are different. But yeah, of course they
Mm,
do.
yeah, because I feel like people think about Southern France, it's like oh, it's very relaxed and there's movie festival and
Yeah.
it's a beach, like is similar kind of idea, and people go there if they are rich, they spend money, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very expensive city to live. Yeah.
Mm, yeah. So it's like it's a place. Because last time you mentioned some yacht business. You are.
Yeah, I mean, yacht business, like for the Mediterranean Sea. So this is like the base of the most successful yacht country companies, like in the world. And all the yachts, super
Mm,
yachts, mega yachts, like the foundation of the company is there, and the production line maybe
mm,
is there somewhere else, but the foundation is all of them is there. Like F1 competition is always like the biggest one. The Grand Prix of like F1 is in Monaco. Like the motor race is in Monaco. Like the biggest, the best and biggest, fanciest casino in the world, like Monte Carlo, is like in Monaco. So this is like the the money is circulated and like big number of the money, you know, like their people, they don't play small. All of them, they play like big numbers.
Okay, so if you compare it to your ideal like business environment, would you say this is one of the environment you can?
It can be, but it's not on top five because so the market already reached somehow to the maximum. So the
Okay.
competition, it's then it's not about competition, but like working there, living there, you know, there is not that many population. Of course, you can sell high-end product in Monaco, like art pieces, like the yacht, luxury lifestyle. You can still sell those, but
Mm-hmm.
the margin and the amount of like the buyers, collectors, there is not relatively is lower than like for example like Dubai. So in Dubai you have rich people and there are more demands that exist like in Monaco, you know, like it's very different. But yeah, of course, for the luxury lifestyle that you go around with your like supercar, like like sailing sailing with your yacht, like ships, boats, like private jets and everything. Yes, like the Monaco is it's the location. It's like nice location geographically. The weather is very nice there. You can do all the luxury things, but for business, no. Like you're just giving services to like rich people, and like you cannot branding yourself that much there. Still, there is possibility, but like if you wanna do branding and make your name big, that's not a location to start.
Because it's too small, it's too crowded, and it's already taken.
Yeah,
So there are not lots of business gap. Yeah.
there's not exactly the business gap. There is very small. Yeah.
So when you look at the place, you also look for the potential. Like, is
Yeah, I
this
mean
place
the
with a
place
good
that has
potential?
like more demand, you know, as a like definition of entrepreneurship, and we talk at the beginning, the entrepreneur is the person that find a problem in the society and provide a solution for that. This is called like entrepreneurship. Running business trading, that's called trading. But like finding a problem, providing a solution, that's like how you become entrepreneur.
Mm, yeah. So back to Monaco. So um, would you say because the demand in the city in the country is also a country, yeah, it's already limited. So like the future of the city will probably stay the same, yeah, like
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
change
of course.
much.
Like they
Yeah.
are stable. I mean, they are stable. Like the inflation rate there is stable. Like the trading policies, like the government like
Mm,
requirements is almost the same. It's restricted. It's like hard to enter. And for example, like it's not a good place to do real estate. And it's a good place to do high end product and services, but like real estate, for example, is not good there because the cost of real estate and the margin on the like the commission for realtor is not high that much. Yeah, maybe like you work for a year to sell one property to a person, and that commission is enough for like next 5 years. But like what would be the space to develop and like more progress?
mm, yeah, that's true. But they can, yeah. I mean, it's a small place. So I think many of those micro states they have a similar kind of destiny. Yeah, because
Yeah, I
it's
mean, they want to keep everything more stable because, like, for example, even injecting huge number of money to the market will cause like inflation and like screw the balance. You know, it's very important. There is like the Einstein, like the
mm,
rule, not Einstein, like Newton, like the rule. Like everything wants to keep the whatever they have right now. They don't want to like add more energy or reduce energy. They want to keep the stability that they have right now.
we're talking about physics right now. Um, yeah, I mean, like I think I know France more than Monaco, but obviously many people think like in the southern Europe, let's say Mediterranean, the city like Monaco, like Venezia, those cities are like where rich people go there and they spend money, but it's like you feel like it's just one function. Yeah, the whole city, whole country is just for tourists, for very
Yeah, it's for like a
limited.
specific category of people, like you need to be in the like the box or like category bracket of those type of people, like certain amount of like wealth in your life and like almost similar like lifestyle, then like live there. You need to adapt and adjust yourself to that type of lifestyle to be chill. Like, okay, like I made, for example, X amount of money. Now I'm settled for the life. Then I want to go enjoy. So still,
Yeah,
I mean, for me is too. I mean, and not about the financial things, but like that lifestyle to settle. I cannot never settle like just to chill. Like I always want to
yeah,
like progress, develop, find something new, make something new, like talk with more people, expand the network of the people, and like settling down. Yeah, I mean, like maybe for 1 month, but like not for a lifetime.
yeah. I mean, from an entrepreneur point of view, like this place, you think is not good for the startup entrepreneur.
Definitely is
Yeah.
not a good place because of the cost is like high. Like for any business,
Mm,
startup, ideal anything, you need a place to start with the lowest cost possible with the highest leverage of like the market cap and like the networking. So those places
mhm,
are not good. Like Monaco is not good. Luxembourg like also is not good because they are not startup friendly. They want to be stable, but like New York is good, but the cost of start is high. But they have like the other elements like the market cap and like the leverage of networking. So like in New York, if you can
mm.
find rising, or have like the starting like cost money budget, then you can scale it so fast.
So you're talking about okay, there's two elements there. One is the policy, like is there a friendly environment, the where
Yeah.
government, whatever, do they encourage people who doesn't have money, they don't have money, but they have ideas, they have skills, they can come and the second element is to scale. Like
Yeah.
so for Monaco, it's like they
They
don't
don't.
have
No. 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 They
both.
don't. No.
Yes.
They reach to some
Yeah.
certain of the stabilityness, and they don't want to change it. The spending money there is almost every year is the same, like plus minus 2-3%. Like for example, each year
Mm,
tourist comes and like they spend, for example, $1 billion. But like number of the tourists is different, but at the end on average, the amount of money that is spent during the season of the tourists in Monaco is the same, with like 5% up and down. They reach to that balance and stability, so they don't want to change it.
mm. So what kind of business will be good there? I mean, if you reach a certain level, let's say you you know
You should
you
be plus
establish
5
somewhere.
million, you should be plus 1 million in the revenue if you have a business. So like in the revenue, not profit. Like, but you should be like plus 1 million in the revenue. Then you can go there, like register a company because it requires to register like the company, even as a startup. And then you can like only the best there is to work on a high end product, like expensive art piece, expensive luxury category, anything in the luxury category, because people are
Mm,
able to purchase there.
mhm. But in this, from this point of view, it would be similar to Dubai, yeah. In this, just
No, I mean in Dubai, amount of rich people is not uh, that I mean there are too many rich people like lives in Dubai, but still like the mid like society like middle class and lower class is still like relatively the percentage is higher than like the rich people and like the luxury like class
Oh,
of like
really?
people. Yeah.
Okay.
But in
Mm,
Monaco, like it's vice
it's
versa. Like
all rich
they're
people.
yeah, 80% of the people that working there, living there, like they are rich.
Mm, mm. I
In
wonder
Monaco, I
if
guess I
there's.
guess I read an article. It said like in Monaco, almost 85% of the population are millionaire, and that 15% they will become millionaires soon, and from that 85% like 20% are billionaire. So like you can see like how much is like the difference.
Yeah, this is so like unusual because I mean you imagine a society like a functioning society. You think there are more middle class. You think there are more people doing the service job. Let's say McDonald's. You know, if McDonald's, I don't think people work there make fortune. Yeah, I don't think so. So which means they probably don't even have this class of people there. How can they function? Yeah.
I mean they have, but for example, like they have like but for example, McDonald policy, like they all, I guess they only have one, or either like that one is closed as well, because those like category, like those category, like doesn't require to be in the like luxury pay. Yeah, of course, like if like McDonald's has a like the luxury menu, like the serving with the gold like sheet or like these type of stuff, yes, like people will buy it. But like €4, €5, like $10, like the Big Mac or like the Coca-Cola for the person that pays I don't know like 100 €200 for just like bottle of champagne for just like one meal per day, and like buy several things, or like pay like 3,000 5,000 rent per day for a yacht, like this lifestyle is like out of McDonald's. I'm not saying McDonald's is good or bad. I'm saying like the difference, and
I
like the
understand. Yeah.
like we have a one term in business, in like in economy, it's called PPP. It's like power of purchase parity. So like the PPP is way higher than in like Monaco rather than the other countries. So the average of the spending and cost of the family there is like very high,
Hmm.
like in Monaco. So they have that money, they are able to spend. So that's why like middle class, lower class like restaurant businesses will not go well too. They will not do well there.
That's very interesting point of view because let's say okay, if you are super rich, but then you are not able to buy something cheap because you don't have that option. You want to buy cheap, you have to travel to I don't know from Monaco
Go
to
to Nice. Then the
somewhere else.
nearest
Yeah.
place is like the Nice. Yeah.
Nice, yeah, but Nice is also not like super cheap. Yeah, like you maybe go to other place. So yes, you are rich, but your freedom of buying something cheap is being reduced. Yeah, being
Yeah.
eliminated. It's kind of yeah, it's interesting. I mean, well, talking about the size. So okay, let's say economy body like a if Monaco is too small, like do you have a perfect size, or do you think is the bigger the better?
No, not necessarily. I mean, like New York is big, but like the also population is like big. Like Monaco doesn't have that many population. It's like less than like half 500,000, 600,000 like residents like in Monaco, something around that. I'm not sure about the number, but it's less than a million. And
Okay,
so
but you
like the
compare
sun,
city to cities, yeah? Yes,
yeah. I
you're
mean,
comparing
and
city to city.
yeah, I'm comparing like this, like perfect size for like doing business. Like the only things, it's like so the more population you have, more market cap. So that's the first thing. unless you're not working on a high-end product, which the quantity doesn't matter for your business. You just need
Mm-hmm.
to close like one, two deal per year to be like settled. So then you don't need like the higher population. But unless otherwise, if you need population to sell, if you need to sell more quantity, so like the size of the city, country, amount, the PPP of the people is very important. For example, like in America, PPP is higher than like small countries in Europe, or like even small other countries like in the like South America continent. You know, that's very important.
Mm, yeah, because if you okay, because I always imagine like if you want to compare two different things, it has to be somehow equal to compare. Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously Monaco is a small country. United States is a big country. Uh, but let's say if European Union being seen as one economic body,
United country.
yes,
Yeah.
like obviously they have lots of problems to work together. But let's say if they can work together as efficient as the United States, and also the policy between country like Monaco and the whole European Union can somehow coordinate, you know, then maybe they can create similar kind of size. Yeah, what do you think?
I mean, like if you like mix all the European Union, like the Schengen countries, like the population is around 500 million, so it's gonna be like more than like America, like 100 million more than America, and the GDP would be higher than higher than America as well, like the gross income, like GDP is like gross like domestic product, like. And so yes, they can do it, but like for example, like the
Yeah.
GDP per capita, for those who doesn't know, is like the you divided the GDP of a country by the population.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like GDP per capita. So like in
Yeah.
America, it actually is lower than like in some countries in Europe, like for example, like in Monaco, in Luxembourg, like GDP per capita is higher because amount of the money and lower population.
You mean the United States of America, yeah? We're not
Yeah,
trying to
the
confuse
US,
the
yeah, the US.
audience. Yes, yeah, the US, the states. So yes, obviously it's not functioning very well, the European Union so far as the economic body.
Mm.
It's hard to compare, the union and
Yeah,
the states together. But I feel like this is all about the policy, about the cooperation. Um, compare New York to Monaco is not the best comparison. Yeah, like yeah, it's hard to maybe compare to the
I mean
Vegas.
GDP per capita is higher.
Maybe.
GDP per capita is higher, but
Mm,
doesn't mean that like they have like the higher like value, you know. GDP per
yeah.
capita is higher because lower population and bigger like money circulation there. So like,
Hmm.
but like in America, so 400 million population, like big companies there, but GDP per capita because of population is like it's a bit. I mean, not that much, but it's a bit lower.
Feel like people are rich. Yeah, I mean, yes, there are lots of rich people, but when you live there, like well, let's say New York, you go on the street, you go on, you don't feel like the quality of living, the value is high. You don't see like
No,
people.
no, no. I mean,
Mhm.
there is not like because like the luxury life in New York, those like yeah, like penthouse, like in like the central near the Central Park and everything. So that's different. But like percentage of like the rich people by the percentage of the rich people like in New York and Monaco is totally different. And so when the rich
Yes,
people percentage is higher, you feel more like luxury in the city.
yes, yeah, yeah. And it's different lifestyle. Yeah, if you live in the States,
It's
work,
totally
work,
different
work. Yeah,
lifestyle.
like
Yeah.
the pace is really fast, and also maybe you enjoy more pollution, traffic. Um, but Monaco is like
It's chill,
like
like
a
the speed
resort.
of
Yeah, you
life, the
feel like
speed of life, yeah, daily
yeah,
life is relatively like lower, yeah, of course, because they already reached what they want to do, so they don't have any rush.
yeah, um, yeah. Actually, I haven't been to Monaco, but I've been to many European cities. I feel like even a city consider poor than let's say New York, but you there, you actually feel like it's more luxury when you live there. It's kind of interesting, yeah. For example, well, London is kind of rich. Okay, not London. Let's say smaller city. Let's say Dijon. You know, like small city in France. When we're there, when I was there, I feel like well, this is like a palace. You know, you live in a small palace. You know, but obviously people are not super rich there. You know, it's just maybe normal French standard. But if you compare a similar kind of city in, I know, Canada, then you feel like, okay, I'm just a working class, yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, like Europe, because of like the history, the architecture, and everything. Even like in a small city, like anywhere in like the Europe, Eastern Europe, like Western Europe, they have like some certain amount of like standard by their like architecture and like urban designing. So like
mhm,
even
yes,
you walk in like the middle of the nowhere in Italy, like nobody knows about it, you will see those like houses, nice designing and everything. So that also
exactly, yeah,
deliver the feeling, that also like deliver this place comes with a soul, with a history, and like too many things happening before. But for
yes,
example, like state, so they discovered like almost 500 years ago. So like Canada, like also like the same. Like those are like the barriers that like make change, like in the reputation.
yeah, and it's also the definition of what is luxury life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like I have this impression, for example, in East Asia, like if people are rich, they probably like to live in a big city, in the center of the city, very convenient, they can get everything easily. But in Europe, if people are rich, maybe they live in a countryside, maybe they
Yeah,
have
they
their
want to be
own,
away from the city center.
exactly.
Exactly.
But the idea is very different, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, like in Eastern Asia, people like to bring everything together. They like to where they live, where they work, where they do entertainment. They like it to in one place, yeah. But here or even North America is where you want to separate, yeah. So you work here, you have office here, but you have a vocation there. Your family may be there, like they separate different things to be able to have the quality they want. But yeah, even just comparing the Europe and North America, there's a big difference. I feel like that's why when I went to New York, I didn't see a lot of luxury because I wasn't in the circle. Yeah, I wasn't.
And also,
I
I
went to
mean, they
the
don't. I
place.
mean, as a visiting, even like as a tourist, or like the like 1 month planning to visit, 2 months planning to visit, so the purpose is different. So like the luxury
Yes,
life, yeah, like in New York, those like luxury clubs, I mean, like it is like clubs are the place that the rich people spend their time after work. So I
yes,
mean,
yeah,
so like that you need to be on the list. You need like the entry level, like club membership, this type of stuff, like the golf
yeah. This
gym. So those are the things that
exactly.
the tourists, I mean, like whom just like visiting will not like understand or like notice or like use. Even like I don't need to pay,
Yeah,
for example, $10,000 to get a membership of a club, which I just want to use it two times per year, and then that's it.
I used to pay for like pool. I have never used like because it's part of the apartment. Yeah, uh, and they just include everything. It's a good location, but you have to pay for those extra you never use. But this is interesting because especially for American or Canadian as well, like I mean American from the United States. Um, we are kind of proud of like there's no hierarchy in North America comparing to like Britain. You know, they always oh, okay, in British you have to be a certain class to be able to be successful, to be like. But look, you just mentioned like in the States, in Canada as well, there are many different class. You know, you need to
Yeah.
become the member. You need to be in the circle. You need to have been to the Harvard, like university to be able to connect to certain people. So it's a class, yeah.
Yeah, I
It's just
mean, they
different
do
kind.
this. Yeah, they do this. Like it's happening. Maybe not official, but like unofficial, it's happening all the countries in the world because those like the category, like class of like the people, like different class, they want to be just with them, you know, just with
Yes,
themselves. They have like almost similar mentality. They have like almost
yes.
similar of habits, like the entertainments and everything. So they want
Mm,
to stay and it's hard to even like for example if you reach to the like the segment of like $50 million $100 million it would be hard to change your segment and class to like the upper or lower, because like you're not accepted
mm,
yet, even higher or lower.
yes, yeah, yeah. So Monaco is like a one big club, like
Monaco,
one
yeah,
club.
the good things about
Yeah.
Monaco is like when you enter so you are accepted like almost everywhere because you reach to
Mm,
the minimum requirement of the government and society. So rest of that is on you to
mm,
how to develop and like increase your like revenue assets like wealth and everything. But like when you reach to the basic level, it's in America like that doesn't the basic level doesn't exist. That's why you don't know where is the border and the line of like different class. But like in Monaco, like you need to be at least plus 1 million. So this is like the entry level.
mm, mm. So whoever reach this level can call you and arrange the membership. Yes. Um, yeah, so it's kind of extreme, yeah. This
Yeah.
country is quite because if you think about like there's a regular countries and there's a country like Switzerland, like in the middle, really rich, yeah, but they are not so exclusive like Monaco.
No, I
Because
mean
it's
like Switzerland, yeah, like the salary is
there's
higher, cost of living is higher, quality of life is higher, but still like middle class, lower
there's a
class, higher class
middle
exist there.
class, normal people, yes, and yeah, and different kind of industry as well. Not
Yeah,
only few factors. Yeah,
yeah.
they have what they have. They have
They have art
mechanic,
history,
watch
like they do
business,
art,
they
they
have art,
chocolate,
they
like
have
watch, and like those
clay,
are
yes,
comes from like Switzerland.
yes. Yeah, they have a it's still like a real country. I mean, okay, Monaco is also a real country. I mean, it's like a real economy body. Yeah,
Active
it's more
economy
complete.
country, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Hmm. So maybe yeah, I've been to Switzerland a few times. It's a country I think it's really impressive when I visit.
They have
Um,
very beautiful nature. They have like very beautiful nature.
also lots of haunted house. Yeah, I can we can discuss this next time. Going to tell haunted story in a place called Davos. It's a place where they do the economy conference. Like every year, they have this, I don't know, important meeting. But yeah, so I think Switzerland is also one country, very interesting economy case we can discuss next time. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Mm, okay. Yeah, that's cool for today. And it's always nice talking with you.
Thank you as
Um,
well.
yeah, so talk next time.
Talk you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.